Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Live Reactions once again. Of course, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing. Guys, please, if you're new to this channel, if you're watching us for the very first time, before we start or before you start watching this video, please go to the subscribe button and click on it. Subscribe for more interesting content rather, and of course more engaging, exciting, and of course we got you all the time. Alhaji Big Lala is in the building today. You have the sole title of Big Lala. Big Lala. Everybody already saying Big Lala. Alhaji, you're welcome.
Thank you.
To the show today.
Thank you.
And of course, because it's live, we are going to go live straight into the Cape, DM Olamide way down to UI Scuti and everything. Olamide has finally moved on from Cape DM. Everyone already asking, okay, so after Cape DM, what next for Olamide and everything? And of course, UI Scuti is up in the building. Olamide is getting a lot of engagement, lot of comments and everything as regards that album, the new album, UI Scuti, that dropped this morning. What are your thoughts on the comments it's getting?
Well, it's been how many hours now? Let's say 10 hours since it dropped. I mean, I've been following up the reactions before and after. I was following up promo wise, seeing what kind of strategy they were going to employ, and I saw something similar to what they did with Cape DM, which wasn't bad anyway. What did they come up with? At the end of the day, I mean, I didn't listen at 12 midnight. I was doing some other things. So I just, this morning, first thing I did, picked up the phone, connected to the speakers. I was just jamming it, and I jammed it twice. I jammed the album from top to bottom. It's good. It was good because, I mean, the album was just 10 tracks. It's something you can go through in 20-30 minutes, and within an hour you'd have gone through the whole track. So so far I think the album started well. I feel it's a continuation of the new kind of vibe we've now seen Olamide portray from Cape DM. It's a continuation. It's nothing different. It's not the Olamide of old. If you were expecting an Olamide of old, I mean, I kind of feared that it wasn't going to be that, because judging by the track list, you saw that there was Fave, there was a lady called Jaywillz, and then there was Jaywillz. Those three, I mean, they did their thing. Should I leave my review for last? Or?
I mean, okay, so we have 10 tracks on the UI Scuti album. Of course, we have Lado, we have Fave on 2 of the tracks, we have Fino as well, and of course we have Jaywillz on this album. Olamide, not up to a year, has moved on from Cape DM, and this is a full Afro pop album. Like, if as Olamide has fully done, he did not rap at all on this album. Are you surprised?
I wouldn't say it did not rap, because whether you like it or not, some parts of rock is rap. It might be a bit slow. It might not be your fast paced kind of rap, but there were elements of being rap, because he was rapping, he was rhyming, he was doing what's it called, word plays and things like that. Not only just rock, and some other tracks on there. I feel what I feel is majority of these songs were like I don't know, the leftover. What some of the things you didn't put in
Cape DM.
Not saying they're bad. I for one was pumped up. The first track, Need for Speed, the way it started, a little reminder of how Cape DM started. Did this for Jaywillz, impressive song. Then came in rock. But what you see from majority of these songs is a similar style of a new Olamide. The way he goes about his lines, the way he flows, it was similar. Not saying it's bad. Then Julie, which I foresee that to be in the next video, because he has already tweeted that he loves that record, and that's his next video, and he wants people to tell them what video is next, right? Rough Up with Lado. Never heard of Lado until this. I had to go check up her past work, and to my surprise, she had a popular song that did
she's quite big,
not like she's that big, but she had a popular song.
Of course, but She did try.
She tried. And then she's actually from Eastern Nigeria, and she had lyrics in Hausa. And this wasn't bad. Although I felt we needed an element of surprise, right? Because that's what he went for, element of surprise, by featuring two ladies who are young.
Coming up.
They are coming up. They are not really mainstream like that. Fave, in her circles, she's pretty known because she's, digital wise, she gets her numbers. Did they live up to the expectation? I would say they tried their best, but if you're going to appear on an Olamide record, you need to have that X factor, kind of like the X factor Essence gave Whiskey, right? I was expecting that, but at the end of the day, I got good songs, good decent songs that I feel
forgettable.
Maybe not forgettable, but if it wasn't them that took those parts, if it was another lady, for example, the good girlie that took that part, you wouldn't. There would be nothing to differentiate. There was no X factor, like the wowing factor that would be like, wow, who is this?
So what you mean is, if Olamide has taken all of those songs by himself, it still would have been that good.
No, I'm saying if he had replaced them with another female artist,
okay,
right? I don't think there would have been a difference because there was no X factor. They did good, but there needs to be an X factor.
X factor, yeah.
Yeah. At the end of it all, I got, the idea of him even bringing up two female artists who are not widely known in the circles of Nigerian music in Nigeria is enough credit for him. And those guys would benefit from this, definitely.
Olamide and Fino did Somebody as track 9 on the Scuti album. Should these guys take a break?
Maybe. Maybe. I think that did not enter. That was not classic Fino Olamide. And then the last track,
So Much More.
Powerful message, but that's not Olamide. It was forced. It's not. Olamide's delivery was not it on that. It was like that. Maybe perhaps that's why it's number 10. Because they don't. It could have been a better version of what the song it is. What the message you're trying to pass across. You have so much more. Message to ladies, right? But it didn't come out the way it's supposed
original.
to. The way it was intended to come out. Perhaps it wasn't written by Olamide, and he just thought, let me just put something to empower women in there, and he did that. Overall, I think the album started very well. Need for Speed, Jailer, Rock. It will get you pumped up, but by the time you now start getting to maybe like track 7 or track 8, you now be like, okay, what am I listening to here? And that's where I feel it could have been more. Overall, it's not a bad album. It's new Olamide. People have to warm their hearts to enjoying what the new Olamide brings to the table. At the end of it all, I can count at least 4 or 5 tracks that I can play, and if that's the case, then that means I can sit down and enjoy the album.
Okay, before we go to your top 4 or 5 tracks, one comment that I particularly saw online was the fact that this album is quite monotonous. Do you think so?
Well, it's a new style, right? It needs to deliver the best of this new style. People said they love Carpe Diem, right? So why not give them more of the kind of
Carpe Diem?
Yeah.
So is this Carpe Diem 2.0?
No, it's not Carpe Diem 2.0 because this is from another producer. But when it was the Carpe Diem album, you could see a similar, when you hear a production by what's his name?
P Prime.
You could tell, oh, this is P Prime, and that's fine. But this was majorly handled by the new producer,
Eskiz.
And you could tell that vibe, the way the production went, that yes, that's why people may feel it's monotonous. And that's why sometimes it's difficult for artists. They need to always decide, oh, do I want to go the way of having varieties, working with various people, so that people will have it, so that sounds will sound the same? Or do I just want to work with one person? I know that, yes, we created magic together. It's always difficult for artists to choose. At the end of the day, he went with Eskiz. It's good publicity for Eskiz because people would definitely like some of the tracks on there. People love rock. There's even another track on there that sounds like rock. You might think it's rock. So that's what, if they say it's monotonous, they may have a point.
Okay, so let's go to your top 4-5 tracks from the Scuti album by Olamide. We have 10 plus a bonus track. Your top 5.
I didn't hear this bonus track.
Petty.
Did you hear it?
No, I did not.
I think this is for a physical copy, right?
Most likely.
Because the thing stops are so much more. Anyways, my top picks, obviously Rock.
Okay.
Jailer, I like what Jaywillz did on there.
I mean, he did a madness on there. He did his thing.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Julie because I understand what he was trying.
Olamide liked the song.
Not because he liked the song, but I understand what he was trying to do.
So Rock, Jayla, Julie. That's
2, 3, 4.
3, 2, 4. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pick Pom Pom. At first, when I heard Pom Pom, I'm like, you say, are we kids that were hearing Pom 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 Pom? But then I think it wasn't a bad track. I still like it, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick to that 4.
To 4, right?
Yeah, Need for Speed, because it's the first track on the album. It set the tone of what people should expect. I don't think
you don't like Lado, the rough up, featuring Lado.
I was expecting
something more,
something special. I mean, from these features. Not saying they did their best, but I just I tipped this album to rock the summer. Now I'm doubting myself because I was expecting something special from the features. The features on Carpe Diem really did well.
So was it an error for Olamide not to bring up a couple of these guys back to EY Scuti, Anomaly, a Bad Boy Teams, a Bella Shmurda, even a Wizkid and Davido, maybe a Corner Boy as well?
No, it's not an error. I mean, at the end of the day, he has to try new things, right? He has to. I mean, apart from trying new things, you have to go. You can't always go the same direction. You had Olamide, you had these guys. I mean, those era is gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Now, I mean, you probably listen to a lot of reviews and be like, "Oh, those guys carried them." So why don't I just bring more people here?
That I will carry.
Let me carry them. But Jaywillz is gonna get a lot of props for his performance on there. So would Fave. Fave is already basking in the euphoria of featuring on Olamide album
twice.
Twice. See her tweets songs. Getting a lot of engagement. She'll be happy. She'll be elated. People will now look at these guys and consider her. Lado, never heard of her.
Now we know about her.
Now I know about Lado. So kudos to Olamide for bringing that up.
Anyways, your final rating for this over 10?
Yeah, I feel it's a decent album. I don't think it's a miss. I'll definitely listen again. Not because I so much love Olamide, but because I did enjoy at least half of the songs on there. So, and that's a pass mark for me. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 over 10.
Okay, 6.5 over 10 for Olamide's EY Scuti, the album. Guys, let's have your thoughts on that body of work. New one from Bado himself, Bado Nla Olamide, Adedeji, yes, YBNL Nation. But of course, tell us your top picks from that album. Which of them do you like? Of course, we know we have Jaywillz, we have Lado, we have Fave, we also have the Grandmaster himself, Ezege1. Final on that project. Tell us everything, your top 5, your top 2, your top 3, even your top 1 pick from the album. Put everything down below and we'll respond to every one of you. Thank you so much. Please keep liking and subscribing. Subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Ranka Dede.